accident? Did she do something bad?
No, and no. Then what could be so terrible? She's being hassled by a cyberbully.
What's the deal about that?
Someone is spreading rumors about her on her space place and in IMs. She's really scared.
What happened?
Amanda can tell you herself. Here.
Someone's impersonating me on a fake blog. I'm telling about having all these boyfriends and getting drunk. None of it's real, but people are believing it. There are these pictures of me, but they've all been changed. Now I'm getting IMs from people asking about stuff from my fake blog, thinking it's real.
That's bad. I would freak.
Yeah, well, she is.
That stuff goes on around here. We just haven't been targeted yet.
So a cyberbully is like a regular bully, but they sneak around and attack in cyberspace?
I've never met one.
That's because you can't see them.
Cyberbullies don't shove kids on the playground or steal lunch money, but they are just as dangerous. They stay hidden and target students on the internet and through mobile phones. They are wired and dangerous. Jay's friends are lucky they haven't run into a digital bully. Jay's sister Amanda is a senior. Her classmates are discovering what damage cyberbullies can do. Amanda didn't expect a cyberbully to come after her, but one did. You probably don't expect a cyber threat either, but it could happen. More than 40% of teens say that they have been targeted by a cyberbully, and the numbers are climbing. Could you handle a digital bully situation safely? There are some good strategies to block a cyberbully, 7 in fact. Cyberblock number 1. First, understand the e-bully and how they bully. You might be surprised at the bully behind the message. Could you identify a cyberbully? Sarah doesn't look like she'd be mean to anyone, and she is actually a nice person, but last night she sent an anonymous text to Alyssa. You are not invited to Jenna's party, so don't show up. Sarah thought it was a joke. Alyssa didn't laugh. She also didn't go to the party. Hank never hit anyone, never even thought about it. So Sam was surprised to get a threatening email from Hank. Stay away from Kristen or you'll get hurt. My friends are watching. A threat is a threat, whether it's verbal or digital. Sam didn't want to find out how serious Hank was. Who is the e-bully? In one study, 80% of students questioned claimed cyberbullying was just a joke.
At a sleepover, my friends and I thought it would be a really good idea to send Nicole a rude email under Claire's name. Nicole got really upset and Claire got mad. It was supposed to be a prank, but it wasn't a very good idea. We got grounded.
Was it me? Okay, I want to see this message.
Chris and say it was all Ashley.
It was all
Guys,
Ashley.
what is with you guys?
Harassing friends or enemies or anyone is never a joke. Getting carried away in a group is no excuse. Other cyberbullies intend to cause trouble.
Justin knew everything about computers. He set up a special website to get back at Brett. Kids posted mean comments. But when the teachers found out, the whole thing backfired. Justin was toast. I think Brett's going to a different school next year. It was too embarrassing.
To protect yourself from a digital bully, you'll want to know all the ways e-bullies target victims. Just about any way students communicate digitally provides an opportunity for cyber sabotage. Teasing, rumors, and threats are transmitted through instant messaging, cell phone texts and photos, emails, internet social sites, blogs, and chat rooms. Pay attention to what comes to you through your computer and cell phone.
This is a really high-tech way of passing notes, but instead of just passing it to one person, it goes out to the world. And so it's a very powerful way to do some of the things that have been done for years.
Cyberblock number 2, protect your passwords.
Hi, Maria.
Don't even talk to me. How could you send all those gross messages about me last night?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I'm your friend.
Not anymore.
But I didn't.
Sabrina really didn't send bully messages to Maria. So who did? Someone who knew Sabrina's passwords. And who could that be? Maybe Sabrina gave her passwords to a friend. Maybe someone looked at Sabrina's keyboard as she was logging in. Maybe the cyberbully found Sabrina's passwords in her calendar book. Maybe it was an easy word like her dog's name or her initials and the year she was born. Make sure your passwords are secure and known only to you and your parents. If you think someone knows your password, change it to a new password that only you would know.
And I always tell the kids, too, that the back button is your greatest help. When you get into a bad place, use the back button. Tell an adult, tell whoever is with you, so that they can check it out, because you don't want to happen again. You want to make sure that you didn't, figure out how it got there.
Cyberblock number 3. Guard your personal information.
I think I made a big mistake. I was talking to this person in an online music chat room.
So, what's wrong with that? It's not like he knows anything personal about you.
That's just the problem. I was just exchanging emails with him, but now I've been getting weird emails. Really weird. He knows my phone number too. And also hang-ups on my phone. I think it's him.
This is not good. What if he's like one of those predators?
Don't say that.
It's easy to confuse being friendly with being revealing. When you create your profile on a social networking site, don't include your personal information or set your account settings to private and let only your friends see your profile. Don't give out contact information in a chat room. It just makes sense to stay out of digital danger.
Once something's posted, it's out there for everyone to view. You should be careful about, what they put on there. It shouldn't be something that you can tell who it is, or be mean to someone, or even give out, private information.
Cyberblock number 4. Use safety software. If you are receiving any type of unwanted messages, use software developed to block cyber attacks. Many of the instant messaging providers offer programs that will block or ban harassing contacts. Other software companies offer products to track and block questionable emails and chat room content. They can scan all incoming text for hostile messages. Cyberblock number 5. Cut off communications. One way to get out of the cyberbully cycle is to stop talking, typing, and texting back to them. They feed on your reaction, especially if you are upset. It will show in your words. But it's just not fun for the bully if they can't get a response from you. If you don't respond, they may get bored and stop.
At first, I thought the texts we were sending each other were a game. Then it went too far, so I stopped. Eventually, the text stopped coming.
It's important to hang on to the IMs, emails, or texts. If the situation doesn't stop, you may need them as proof of the digital bullying. Cyberblock number 6. Say no to revenge. It's normal to want revenge on a cyberbully, but don't. Getting even with an e-bully can keep the abuse going. It could be just the reaction they're looking for. Besides, you might not even know who the bully is, so you could spread cyberbullying when you don't mean to. Cyberblock number 7. Tell someone. Victims of cyberbullying are often embarrassed to tell anyone what's happening. Who wants a parent to know that everyone at school is making fun of her on a website? Or explain to a teacher that he's scared of the anonymous threats that are being texted or emailed to him? Or risk having classmates think she's a snitch? Report e-bullying right away. It is the most important step to stopping the abuse.
I couldn't keep the online teasing a secret anymore. I told my mom and dad, and I felt better.
If you receive digital teasing or threats, go to your parents or another adult whom you can trust. Can they fix the problem in a few minutes? Probably not, but they will be able to help you think it through, find out how and where to report the bullying, and give you support. After all, it is never your fault that you are the target of e-bullying. Talk to a teacher or school counselor just as you would do with regular bullying. If the e-bully is going through school computers, it is especially important that the school knows.
You should tell an adult, tell your parents, and you should also print or copy and save those messages, just kind of as proof, if it continues. And you can always have your parents get in touch with the state police. And at least on our site, we have a link to that to report any abuse.
Report the online attacks to internet service providers. Each provider may have a different way to handle e-bullies, but they should take action to track down the aggressor and stop the communications. Finally, go to the police if the cyberbullying includes any threat of violence. Just as a hallway bully might start with teasing and end up causing physical violence, a vicious message could lead to a more serious in-person attack.
There doesn't seem to be much we can do about cyberbullying until it actually happens.
Yes, there is. We can tell everybody how to be cyber safe.
How?
Posters, skits at assemblies, articles in newsletters, class reports.
There's a lot we can do. Let's get started.
The day started with a story about a cyberbully. It ended with friends ready to create the Block a Cyberbully campaign. Soon, their whole school would know 7 ways to block a cyberbully. Number 1, know the e-bully and e-bullying. Number 2, protect passwords. Number 3, guard personal information. Number 4, use blocking software. Number 5, cut off communications. Number 6, say no to revenge. And number 7, tell someone. It was a very good day.
Parents, it's curfew. Do you know where your kids are? They may be home, but Digital Dialogue is open 24/7. It's likely they're texting or are on the internet in IM groups or checking out social networking sites. Do you know what's going on online and on the phone? Educators, is all this computer and cell phone activity causing changes at school? And cyberbullying, what do you know about it? What are you seeing at home? What are you seeing at school? Cyberbullies target students wherever they are connected. Digital bullies aren't much different than the school bullies who hassled students for years. There were the boys who physically intimidated others and the girls who excluded and belittled classmates. Now, although the intent is the same, the technique is very different. Bullies wear a cyber disguise. How can parents and schools reveal the bully behind the digital mask? How can they stop cyberbully attacks on young teens' self-esteem and well-being? There are several ways adults can play a role in eliminating cyberbullying. First, learn how teens use technology. Adults, even the most cyber savvy, don't use the internet and cell phones in quite the same way as young teens. Get up to speed on digital lingo. Sit down with kids and find out exactly how they navigate in instant message groups, how often and who they are texting, how they use the camera option on their cell phones, if they visit social networking sites such as Facebook and MySpace, if they are able to create their own websites, and if they do. All of these technologies are pathways for cyberbullies to target other teens.
This is our world now, and so the parents need to learn it. You know, ask your kids, ask other parents that work more with the computers and the internet, and make it your job to find that out, because it's so important, and it's also just a great communication tool.
Monitor your teen's computer activity. In a recent survey, 80% of teens said their parents didn't have rules about internet use.
I always ask the kids, no matter what age they are, what are your computer rules? And I hope that they all have computer rules. And it's very important that the parents set limits and that the kids know that there are limits. And then also just to make sure that that computer is in a high traffic area so that the parents can walk by and the students know that, you know, someone is always there watching, that, you know, it's not in their room where they can do whatever they want to do.
You are officially given permission to hover. No matter how much your young teens may resist your supervision, it's important to be on top of their internet and cell phone activity. Place the family computer in a central location such as the kitchen or family room. It's convenient to oversee how your kids are using the computer when the activity is going on in the hub of the home. Keep a list of all your children's passwords. Make sure they understand how important it is not to give their passwords to anyone, including close friends. Parents may also want to install software to block and monitor computer use. Many service providers offer parental controls. Parents can see who their child has exchanged emails and instant messages with and what websites they viewed or were blocked from viewing. To some adults, these measures may seem harsh. To most, though, it's not about spying. It's about safety in a world with very few controls. The most important thing adults can do about cyberbullying is talk with children about the issue. Since it is a new topic for most adults and young teens, it's important to learn all you can. There are a number of books that explain what e-bullying is, how to prevent an attack, and what to do if a youngster is targeted. You'll also find detailed information on many internet sites. Since many teens think cyberbullying is just a joke, it's important to stress the behavior is in no way a prank. Cyberbullying presents new challenges for schools. Educators are addressing electronic bullying in several ways. Many districts are adding a section about cyberbullying to their existing bully prevention programs. Other school systems are developing new programs to explain and prevent digital bullying.
Well, we had a need for it last year. A student had a problem with the internet with posting on MySpace. And so we felt that really to make sure all our students were safe, that we needed to talk to all of them. So we do something with every grade, and we thought that the parents needed to be a little more informed as well. So we also decided to do a parent safety night.
Adults should be on alert for signs that a child may be experiencing digital bullying. In a student survey, only about 10% said they told their parents about a situation. How do you tell if a child, especially your child, is the target of an e-bully? Many of the clues are the same as traditional bullying. He or she may lose appetite, alter sleep patterns, change behavior, change appearance, avoid friends or family, seem depressed, ignore schoolwork. There are specific signs of cyberbullying. He or she may spend excessive time online, hide internet activities, or get anonymous texts. Adults must take a role in reporting cyberbullying. Your child may tell you they've been targeted, or you may discover the behavior. What do you do next? Listen carefully. Get as much information about the event as you can, then evaluate the threat. Is it something that can be handled between the teams? Do parents need to be notified? Or is your child in danger of being harmed? Definitely keep records of e-bullying contacts and content. Certainly, you should contact your internet service provider. If any part of the digital bullying happened at school, or if the effects are following the situation to school, contact the administration. There is a lot to sort out. You may want to talk to a lawyer. Report threats of violence directly to the police. An e-bully may say he is going to attack in some way, and law enforcement needs to be notified quickly. Students or their parents may come to school with reports of bullying. Cruel text messages may have taken place on school grounds. The intimidation may affect 1 teen or 10. Schools who have established bullying and cyberbullying programs will likely have a policy in place to handle reports. If not, it will be important to set up guidelines as soon as possible. Those guidelines will include the school district's procedure for dealing with threats of violence.
The role of the school is to try and help prevent anything that we can, but also when something happens, that's when the school can really step in, because we know the students, we know the kids who are involved for the most part, and we have the resources to contact the parents and things like that, as well as to help the students get past something that may have happened. Hopefully those things don't happen. Hopefully that's where prevention comes in, and these things aren't an issue, but when they are, that's where the school can really come in. And when things like that have happened, the school has really stepped in to try and help the students move past that.
Teens and technology. The capacity for learning and communication is expanding rapidly. There are those safety cautions along the journey. One of those concerns is cyberbullying. Adults have a significant responsibility to educate teens about e-bullying, prevent cyberbully attacks, and help them with the consequences of digital sabotage. How will you be part of the answer?